This guy's literally just smashed the phone out of my hand here. What? I am sound wave. Absolute disgrace. Disgrace. Yeah.
Because under pace, I have a power to seize your phone if I really need to. If that's evidence of.
I would tell you if you.
So I'm asking you.
Yeah.
Can you review your phone?
Alright, okay guys, I thought I'd need to do a bit of an introduction to this video because I didn't actually catch on camera what did happen. So, if you don't know, see me outside of the match, a lot of Newcastle games, interviewing fans. The tripod is set up, the camera's kind of there. The camera person, unfortunately, wasn't this week, so the stand was literally unmanned by itself. Chelsea fan comes out, presumably Chelsea fan, there's two of them, big, absolute massive guy who ended up getting arrested. You'll see the video of the aftermath and his mate. Both came over, smashed the phone out of the tripod to the floor, shouted at them, what you doing, why are you doing that for? Come back over, very aggressive. Obviously wanting to throw the first punch, something like that, surrounded by Geordie lads and stuff like that. Everyone's having a go at them, saying, why are you doing that for and stuff. Come up to everyone, very hostile, obviously looking for a fight, not happy with the way the match has gone. Very, very hostile, very, very aggressive. Disgraced by them, got the aftermath on camera. I'll put that in, and then obviously we speak to Newcastle fans, get their thoughts on qualifying for Champions League. Also the badge change and stuff like that. That's going to be all in the video, and it's coming up next. Fantastic. Right, okay, so we're here with, what's your names?
Noah. Matt.
How would you analyse that game, guys?
It was a great, we came all the way from Canada for this match.
Oh, wow.
It was a fucking great game. Once I got the red card, we knew that shit was over.
Yeah. what makes you Newcastle fans from Canada? What's the kind of...
My aunt grew up here, season ticket holder back in the 70s and 80s, so I love the tune.
Yeah, fantastic. You getting many games? Or
No, I don't. Not
enough today.
First
big win.
Yeah, what a match to pick then.
Again, ole ole.
So what was it? First game, how did it kind of feel going in? You've never experienced it.
It was unbelievable. We sat in the Gallagher end. It was proper. It was proper, mate.
Yeah, it was a nervy game going in because obviously there's a lot riding on the game.
We didn't play the best in the second half, but when Bruno put that in, we were scenes. It was absolute scenes.
So Champions League qualification as well. Can Newcastle do it? Are we favourites? How do you see it? How do you see the tournament?
I see we got a better shot next year. The new Champions League, the new the way it works.
The new format's a lot favourable for us.
Yeah.
We have a way better chance of going on a run.
Yeah. And then how do you see it as well? Who's your favourite players and stuff like that?
My favourite player is probably Tonali.
Yes.
Tonali. He
no
runs
nonsense defender. So he got stuck in a couple times, doing a couple slides. It was proper.
Is there a big fan base in Canada? Is it just you two? Is there quite a few?
So we live near Toronto.
Yeah.
And there's a bar. Everyone gets together there and watches the games.
You want to give them a shout out?
Yeah, Toon Army Toronto. Shout out.
So who's your favourites to drop now? Obviously we're 2 games left in. Who's going to drop out of the Champions League qualification slots?
Forest is definitely. They're not. They've been. Every time I watch them, they're proper shite, mate.
Yeah, the last few games, their nerves are getting to them.
Chris Wood, he couldn't do it for us, but apparently he can do it for them.
Hey, he's had a good half a season. He's fantastic.
I have him in my FPL. He's fucking shite.
Fantastic. And then as well, the other teams as well. You got Chelsea playing Nottingham Forest. That's going to be a big decider. Presumably, you think Chelsea are going to win that one?
I think Chelsea will win that one. Nottingham Forest is falling off a little bit. Their injuries in that, I think that Chelsea's favored to win that.
2 more games left. How do you see them going? We've obviously got a very, very tough game against Arsenal.
We got Arsenal's number lately. We've been, I think, we've beaten the last 4 games.
We got something to play for, and Arsenal have a little less. They're pretty safe, so I think we're good. We're safe.
Yeah, so we could even get second depending on how results go. Obviously, Arsenal have got Liverpool.
That would be mental.
We've got them.
And we're winning the league next year. Let's go!
Right, there we go then, lads. Thank you very much.
Fucking prick.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Yeah, 2 right. Yeah. Got a big cunt now, are you? This guy's literally just smashed the phone out of my hand here. What? I am sound wave. Absolute disgrace. Disgrace. And his mate. No.
Fucking stupid boy. He's just knocked his camera out.
He knocked his phone if you need any evidence or whatever. Disgrace, that.
Well done,
Big
Big
man.
Man.
Hey!
Fucking tosser.
See ya, lad. Hey!
Hey, it's fucking
I'll come back in a sec. Hold on, I'm just telling you. Disgrace. Disgrace. What? Wait, he knocked the camera out before, and that's the thing that started all of that.
But you don't even call anyone.
No, but do you need to know? I don't know if you've seen that or what.
You got it all on camera. What's happened?
I didn't get it on camera, but everyone literally got about 10 witnesses. He smashed the phone out of my hand. I'm doing recordings of the pre-match, post-match rather, and he come out of nowhere, smashed it out, and obviously everyone's getting their back up and rightly so. Yeah.
Has anyone took your details?
Yeah. It's Northeast updates. You'll be able to
I'm saying,
just.
has anyone took your name?
No one's
Is he getting in touch
No
with
one
you?
needs to record it now. He is detained. He's
Right.
arrested, okay?
Yeah.
So I'm just going to ask you, unless that contains some form of evidence.
I missed. So what he did is he smashed the phone
Well,
out.
can I review your footage then, can I?
I didn't catch it on.
Right, under Piers I have a power to seize your phone if I really need to. If I suspect that it's got evidence on
I would tell
so
you if he.
So I'm asking you,
Yeah.
can you review your footage first, please?
Of course I can. Right.
Thank you.
2 seconds, guys. Right. Okay.
Hello.
Right. Hold on. I'll do it. Just right. So obviously we're just doing that. Did you see what happened?
Well,
Or did he catch the
he
tail end of it?
He kind of came wondering, he's looking for anybody to fight, wasn't he, really? And them lads, and his mate nearly got it. I don't know what's happened to them. Like, it just.
So just for the people watching as well, so missed that on camera, literally setting up for the interview, some guy came over, smashed the phone out, literally tried to start on about 4 or 5 Geordies around here, and then they've literally just taken him away as well. So absolutely mad scenes, getting to the head of the Champions League.
It is, I admit it. It's just mad, yeah.
Raji, absolute Raji, just come over, smashed it, back over, anything could have happened there,
Exactly,
and he's doing that around all these
Well, you
Geordies.
know, it's crazy, isn't it? You just don't do things there, do you? Remember back in the day when they used to do stuff like that, it was used to be a bit of a nightmare around here, especially up the back of the stand. There used to be kind of few skirmishes back in the day, you know. But no, never mind. We're going to get back
Anyway,
to the match.
about the football, how would you analyse the match itself before we talk about Champions League?
I thought we got nervous second half.
Yeah.
First half we looked great. We looked like really in control. They were losing their heads. Obviously, Maresca got a booking. A lot of the players, the guy got sent off. And I thought great. And then obviously, kind of had a feeling that they would come out. And they looked, to be fair, Chelsea looked really good.
Yeah.
And I thought if this ends in a draw, then it's a fair reflection. But obviously, didn't.
Palmer just doesn't seem the same guy.
I don't know. Isak. Isak's just really off it today as well. He's been off it for weeks. I don't know whether he's carrying injury or. But his form's just not there. He gets through frustrated, doesn't he? When
If you take away his penalties as well, he hasn't really scored.
I know. But I mean, but still, he's obviously contributed to where we are now. You know what I mean? And just 3 more points, I reckon.
Does that show you that obviously strikers that feed on confidence and goals and stuff like that? Does it show you, because obviously we've got Osulu, promising young player, maybe not the Premier League, going to get 10, 20 goals a season. Got Callum Wilson on his way out. Does it just show you that that's a priority signing?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. I mean, I've watched. I like that Jonathan David.
Yeah, free as well.
Oh, exactly. Can you imagine? But the only problem is he going to be like a second string, or are we going to adjust to accommodate the two of them? I don't know. You just don't know.
I think personally what we've got is, because we're going to have some sort of Europe, whether it's Champions League or not, we're going to have that rotation. So whoever it is coming in, it's not necessarily second fiddle. It's more of a rotation.
Yeah, of course. Because obviously, when we played Champions League last time, we had a threadbare squad and we're a really small squad. So we need that increase of personnel as well, and decent as well. So, but I suppose if we do get Champions League, then that's obviously it opens the gates a little bit of being able to bring that bit of a better quality player to come in and do that, So, well, yeah.
So the race for Champions League as well now, does that kind of put us in a comfortable slot?
Well, I mean, I suppose it gives you it gives you the chance of going to Arsenal next week and, kind of treat it as a bit of pressure off, really, because, we could go there. Luckily, I'm going down. I've got my ticket. I'm going down there next week.
Prediction for that one? Could get second, if we beat them. I mean, they're playing Liverpool. If Liverpool
Can
beat
you
them,
imagine that? Can you
Second best
imagine Arteta's face? What's he going to blame there?
the ball in this.
I mean, a prediction for Arsenal. I'd love to see we're going down there and win 2-0 or something like that. That'd be class.
We've got their number this season. We seem to be their bogey team.
Of course we have, yeah, I know, brilliant, wouldn't it? Can you imagine the meltdown on the touch lane? It'd be worth just going for that.
And then we've got Everton as well, last game of the season. They're a bit of a funny team for us.
They are, yeah. But well, as I say, if things go away next week, we might just be have a big party here.
Yeah.
But I still expect we to do the job. Yeah. You know what I mean? If we have to do it, then I still expect it. Well, this team can do it in the big games when they need to dig in and they need to do the result. They can do it. Proved it. We've won a League Cup with it, and we can do it. We can dig it, and sometimes we can do it in style as well. So I don't have any misconceptions that we're not going to do it. I think this team can do it and will do it.
I was asking before the attack, I was asking Newcastle fans who they thought might drop out of the Champions League slot, and this consensus pretty much seems to be Nottingham Forest. They seem like they're on a little bit of a slippery slope.
Chelsea's got to play them last game as well, haven't they?
Game.
That's massive, that. I mean, if Chelsea play like that against Forest, they'll beat them, won't they? But I think, it's a shame, because I think Forest have been excellent this season. He's got a good structure there. I like the way they play, but it's just coming down to the nitty gritty, and the teams that are in there being able to battle for the points are the teams that can do it. That's done it in the last couple of 2 or 3 seasons, so we know what we're doing. We've done it before, so we know what we need to do to it.
I mean, I feel a bit sorry for Nottingham Forest because a couple of weeks ago I had their manager as the manager of the season. I thought if they get them in the Champions League, which it looked nailed on a month ago, I feel sorry for them because they're going to end up with Conference League. Or something
it's
like
awful.
That.
It's such a shame, isn't it, when that goes and then you're relying on others. You know what I mean? It's difficult.
They're lost all again.
It's at the end of the day, that's what it is. It's the game of football, isn't it? It's the business end now, and you've got to. It's about who rules the nerve and who can get it over the line at the end of the day.
We've got a separate video as well. I was speaking to Newcastle fans before the match, asking them about the badge change and stuff. Are you pro, against? What's your thoughts on that?
I'm not bothered, mate.
Not bothered yet?
I think no. I mean, I think it's. I mean, how old am I? I've been coming here. I remember the first badge when I was at Newcastle as a young supporter. It was the Magpie.
Was there much fanfare and stuff when they were changing the badges back then? Or
nobody cared.
You
know what I mean? It was just one of them things. Well, that looks nice. Let's buy the strips. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Obviously now there's media, people are outraged at fans.
It's ridiculous, isn't it? I don't understand why it's hyped up so much. It's a badge. Let's get over it. Let's enjoy it. I mean, the way actually to be honest, the way I look at it is, it's like a refresh.
Yeah.
The club's on a refresh. We're playing. We're challenging for titles and challenging for Europe and winning cups. And now it's time to maybe refresh the badge.
New era.
New era, of course it is. Possibly, hopefully, new ground on the horizon as well. It's just everything's just gearing towards that thing of being more of a sustainable and a team that's going to be competing forever. And it's what we've always wanted for years, and we're starting to get that. And I absolutely love it.
And then Champions League money possibly in the summer as well, so that's going to be more transfer.
Massive, exactly. Plus, obviously, by all accounts, we're going to be able to loosen the purse strings this season as well and go for it with sort of players that were actually a bit of extra quality that we need for the Champions League. So, and possible, you never know, possible chance of challenging for the title as well.
I mean, we've had a few windows now where we've been looking, not being able to buy. So presumably we've scouted exactly what.
Absolutely. I mean, that's the thing. You've got the guys here. Yeah. That's their job. I mean, you got Paul Mitchell. You can imagine they would have a list. Players that have been scouted and ruthlessly so, and we'll just see what comes.
Number one target? Who you reckon?
A number one target.
Position? What position do you reckon?
I was centre forward. As I said earlier, I would like Jonathan David. I would love somebody like that. Yeah, that would be. I mean, he's still a young lad as well, isn't he? He's like in his early 20s still, so that would be amazing. Like getting in somebody like that, So we'll see.
Well then, have fun at Arsenal.
Thank you very much.
Cheers. Right, okay then, so we're here with Newcastle fans. What's your names?
Robbie Downs and Tucker.
Yeah, and how do you analyse that game?
Second half we got battered, mate, but we got there in the end. It's a hard game, like, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
I think we're the better team overall, but I think second half Chelsea put us under a lot of pressure. But tried to get them on the counter and eventually, luckily enough, get the goal, finish them off. But it was tough. It was hard. It was a tough game.
Third in the league now as well.
It's a good final, lad, you know. It was a good final, lad.
Biggest Premier League game of the season.
Definitely,
I think.
mate. Aye. We sat back, we did it, but Bruno there. That's why it's magic.
Fantastic. Yeah. So how do you see the race going now? Obviously, that's a massive advantage for Newcastle over the rest of them.
Yeah, I fancy us to go on now to qualify. I mean, obviously, I think away at Arsenal's always going to be tough, but we have a home game against Everton, and that should seal the deal.
Yeah, three more points.
Three more points to do the job. Like you say, go down to Arsenal, it's always going to be tough, take a point, but come back here, beat Everton, secure it. I think we could finish third. I think we'll probably be the third best team in the country this year, and I think we fully deserve it.
Yeah, well, Arsenal are playing Liverpool as well. The race could be on for second as well.
But I think every game's a good final now. To do what we've done this year, Champions League, win a cup, it's like it's like a dream come true.
Who do you think will drop out of the Champions League?
Not the Forest.
Forest,
Yeah, just I mean, they've been brilliant all season, but I think when it comes to that Chelsea game end of the season, I think Chelsea will beat them, and I think with Man City, Newcastle, and I'm going to say Chelsea or Villa. Probably Chelsea. I thought Chelsea did all right today as well. If they win the rest of the remaining games, they'll qualify. So
You've got to feel a little bit for Forest. I like the underdog and all that. They've been there all season.
Especially with
don't feel sorry for nobody, mate. You know what I mean, it's a joy all over. Because it means that they mean someone else is like us isn't. So we just need to enjoy it, mate.
Yeah, and we've got his prediction as well. 3 points he reckons for the rest of it. How do you see the other two games going?
I'd say 3, but I'd say get drawn Arsenal, beat Everton, 4 points. We'll be there.
Yeah. And then we're asking Newcastle fans. We've got a separate video on it. The club badge is being changed. Are you pro, against? What do you reckon?
Listen, I'll be honest. Things change, you know what I mean? As much as ever, I like the tradition, I like the don't move stadium, don't change badge. The fact is it's going to happen sooner or later. As long as they communicate with the fans like they say they are, and get it right, we should be alright. But things change, mate, we just need to accept it, unfortunately.
Yeah, thoughts on it as well?
I don't think it'll change much. It'll still have that there, it'll still have that, but it is what it is, isn't it?
Well, that's the thing. So they've confirmed they definitely are going to change it. Is there any stuff you want to see taken out, putting in, any sort of changes?
As long as it's not one of these daft stupid modern logos and keeps a little bit of the tradition somewhere in a modern way, we'll be happy with that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you want to see that kind of similar to that?
It will.
It
will be, man, definitely.
Yeah, right, there we go then, lads. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Right, okay then. So we're here with, what's your name again for anyone who hasn't seen it? David, how do you analyse that game, mate?
First off, mint. Second off, I think we sat back a bit too much, but to be fair, I think it was thoroughly deserved. Bruno's goal was at the top of the, wasn't it?
Absolutely, take a bow to the standard.
Unbelievable.
Champions?
Eddie Howe, he's unbelievable, isn't he?
Yeah, he's fantastic. Is that us favourites for Champions League qualification rather than against now, do you reckon?
You've got it, man. We've got to have it now. We've got it.
How do you see the other two games going? We've obviously got Arsenal and then we've got Everton. How do you see that?
As long as we're going like we did first, I think we'll get the win against Arsenal. I fancy Everton anyway, like. So I think we've got to win the next two, to be honest, like.
Could we beat dark horses? If we beat Arsenal, that could be us in second.
I think we're going to have it, like. Honestly, I do. I said third the last time, but honestly, I think we're going to have second this time, like. I think Arsenal's dropped, haven't they? So, I think it's us.
Who do you think will drop out of the Champions League teams? Who's not going to get it, do you reckon?
I didn't have with Forest, like, but I'm hoping Chelsea.
Yeah.
To be honest, but
Chelsea play Nottingham Forest.
I would rather Forest gone through than Chelsea, to be honest. But it's only fair to Anderson. I love Anderson, so I wish we'd never sold him. Good, but
yeah, and then next season as well, obviously the transfer stuff and that. Now that it looks like we might get Champions League, is the eyes going to be on that, do you reckon?
It's got to be, but as soon as you bring in again, it's a hard one, isn't it? You know what I mean? But we definitely need somebody to back Murphy up, you know what I mean, on that side. I think Barnsley done well, but I think we definitely need somebody on that.
I said a few weeks ago as well, I fancied the Nottingham Forest guy, the manager, to get the Premier League manager of the season. If he drops out and Eddie Howe, he's got a cup and he's going to get Champions League, would he be a shoe-in?
It's got to be, man, hasn't he?
Black, white, on pitch.
Yeah. When you look at what Eddie Howe's achieved, he has to, hasn't he? You know what I mean? Especially for this club. 70 years is a long time to not win a trophy, so he's got to have it for me. Like,
Thank you very much, mate.